तस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथनीतं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पति गोपेशो गोपिकान्त राधाकान्तो नमस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैतो गदाधरो श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैतो गदाधरो श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य हरे कृष्ण 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 हरि 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 राम 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 हरि हरि। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरि 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 राम 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 हरि हरि। हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरि 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 राम 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 हरि हरि। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे आनंद लीलामय विग्रहाय हेमावदिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय श्री चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते। चैतन्य चंद्राय नमः। I am very happy to meet you all here, that you have come to our temple and have joined with us in Hari Sankirtan on Sunday. congregation, festival, performance. So I thank you all. You should understand that, and most of you, I think so, have heard about Mahabharata, and Mahabharata TV has already been made, must have seen. So in that Mahabharata, Dharmabhaka asked some questions to Yudhishthir Maharaj. समझते हैं ना? मेरी भाषा समझते हैं ना? हाँ? हाँ, सब अंग्रेजी जानते हैं ना? हाँ? अंग्रेजी जानते हैं ना? तो असुविधा नहीं होगी, आई थिंक. ओके, राइट. So he asked one question. After many questions, asked one question: Kapantha. What is the path, the real path we have to follow? So the answer to this, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, Tarko pratishtha sruteo vivinna natha brusijasya matona bhinnam dharmasya tattva nihita guhaya mahajana jena gata sapantha. You understand my language? Or I have to speak in English? I have to speak in English? I think if you can come to the front, then it will be very good for me to look at you and speak to you. So Yudhishthira Maharaj says, Tarka pratishtha sudeva vibhinna nasa grusijasya matana bhinnam. You cannot establish the Vedic truth through your material logic and argument. No, you cannot do it. If you try to do it through your mental logic and argument, then Vedic truth will be different. Do you understand? Tarka pratishtha sute vibhinna nasa vrishijasya matana bhinnam. Those who are material philosophers, we say darshanik, philosophers, they have their own philosophies. And many philosophers are there. Many philosophies are there. Like Jaimini, Kanada, Yajnavalkya, Kapila. You understand? Etc. Many philosophers are there. Many philosophies are there. They are all based on this material logic and argument. We say it Tarkic Pantha. Based on logic, mental logic and argument, Tarkic Pantha. Not real philosophy. Yudhishthira Maharaj says. Nasa procedurasya matana bhinnam. If someone will never give some new philosophy, he cannot be called or branded as philosopher. Muni. Do you understand? You understand? उनको मुनि नहीं कहेंगे. हाँ? नूतन दर्शन नहीं दिया तो उनको मुनि नहीं कहेंगे. हाँ? जैसे, as for example, one gives submits a new thesis in the university. Do you understand? Then he is awarded PhD doctorate. Isn't it? He's granted doctorate. Because he has submitted a new thesis. It has not been submitted beforehand. You understand? Similarly, if someone would not give some new philosophy, then cannot brand it as Muni, a philosopher. You understand? So many Munis are there, many philosophers are there, many philosophies are there. And Yudhishthira Maharaj says, Those philosophies are based on tarka, material logic and argument, tarkic pantha, not real philosophy. Because basic truth is one, is not more than one. Do you understand? It's absolute truth. Absolute truth is ekameva dityo nasti. It's only one, not second. Do you understand? So why so many things? Nasa brishijasya matan dharma satattva nihita vaya mahajanajena gata sapantha. Then he said, real dharma tattva, real truth about this absolute truth lies in the heart of Mahajanas. Mahajanajena gata sapantha. And those Mahajanas have shown us the path. And we have to follow their footprints, or we have to tread that path. Do you understand? The Mahajanajena gata sapantha. The one question is there, एक सवाल है. तो महाजन कौन है? तो इसको पहले समझना ही चाहिए ना. हाँ? First you have to know and understand who is Mahajan. Huh? Many people have many different conceptions about this Mahajan. Who is a poor man, he thinks a wealthy man is Mahajan. Isn't it? That's a fact. He goes to such a person, wealthy man, to get some money. Then to lend some money or borrow some money. If you ask him, oh bhai, आप कहाँ गए थे? Where have you gone? Oh, मैं महाजन के द्वार पर गया था. ये बोलेगा ना? हाँ? Yeah, I have gone to the door of Mahajan. Do you understand? He says that is his conception about Mahajan. And one who is a foolish person, मूर्ख व्यक्ति है. जो ज्ञानी व्यक्ति हैं, उनको ही महाजन समझते हैं. नहीं ना? Oh, इसका ही चिंता ही धारा है. That is his conception about Mahajan. Huh? In this way, you'll find that many conceptions about Mahajan, but that's not real Mahajana. And what Yudhishthira Maharaj says, Mahajana Jena Gata Sapantha. Huh? We have to follow the footprints of Mahajana. We have to understand what is that and who is Mahajan. You understand? That should be first ascertained. Otherwise, you'll be put into confusion. Yes, do follow me. Otherwise, you'll put into confusion. Yes, that is Mahajan, this is Mahajan, that Mahajan. No, that's not a fact. Sadhu Mahajan. Do you understand? Sadhu, he is Mahajan. Then, next question arises. One may put the rest of question. Sadhu कौन है? ये हाँ दूसरा सवाल है. हाँ साधु कौन है? कौन? Who is sadhu? Do you understand? Many people see those one with beards, matted hair, naked with coffin, smeared ashes all over body. Oh, great sadhu है. ये बोलते हैं ना? जो कुछ मिसमैरिज्म दिखाते हैं, हाँ जोगिक फिर्स दिखाते हैं ना, हाँ उनको ही कभी कोई साधु ही बोलते हैं ना. हाँ in this way you'll find many people have many concepts about sadhu, but that's not a fact. It's a real sadhu. So we say, and all acharyas have said, Shastra says that one is completely surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna is sadhu. That's the chief symptom of sadhu. Krishnika saranatvam. Do you follow? Krishnika saranatvam. Completely surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna is sadhu. That is sadhu. It's chief symptom of sadhu. That is sadhu. Is Mahajan. You should understand. The Mahajana Jena Gata Sapantha, when you speak about it, you should understand that so sadhu, such a dear devotee of Lord Krishna, completely surrendered unto Krishna, he has shown the path. And we have to follow that path. Follow that footprints. That path is the best path. Do you understand? Nirapad pantha. Apad nahi hai. There's no danger at all. It's the best path. And those sadhus are our real well-wishing friends. They're real well-wishing friends. They are. Do you understand? one who is completely surrendered unto Krishna, he is with Krishna always. He doesn't belong to this material world. It doesn't belong. Anugrahaya charanti bhavyani bhutani janardanasya. Bhagavad Mahapurana says this thing. Out of mercy, those sadhus come down here to this material world from the abode of Krishna. They are always with Krishna. Do you understand? They are always with Krishna because they are completely surrendered unto Krishna. They taken shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. The Krishna की जो पदार बिंद है ना, समझते हो ना? The lotus feet of Krishna, it is such a place. There is no fear, no lamentation, and no distress. Do you understand? If you take shelter, and that is the only place of shelter, only place of shelter, where there is no fear, no lamentation, no death, no death. Do you understand? We have not taken shelter at that place, the lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, we are always in fearful situation, isn't it? Always in fearful situation. Every step, every moment, we are in apprehension, we are in anxiety, isn't it? Always in fear. Oh, क्या हो जाएगा? हाँ, ऐसी बात है ना? क्या हो जाएगा? ऐसे है ना? हाँ? Yes. Because we are not taken shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. That is known as Abhoyo Charuna Aravindo. Abhoyo means there is no fear. Such a place. भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर, अब नाम सुनते हैं भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर के? भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर एक ऐसे महाजन हैं, साधु हैं, जो कि हमारे लाइन में, वैष्णव आचार्य लाइन में आते हैं। महाप्रभु के एक बड़ा भक्त हैं, डियर डिवोटी ऑफ श्रीमन महाप्रभु, भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर, साधु महाजन। He has said, অভয় অশোক অমৃতের স্থল তোমার চরণ দয়, তাহাতে এখনো বিশ্রাম লভিয়া ছাড়িনু ভবের ভয়। Oh Lord, your lotus feet is such a place. There is no fear, there is no lamentation, and no death. Because it's all nectarian, amruta. Do you understand? Amruta means nectar. देवलोक जो है ना, वो अमृत पान किए हैं, तो इनको अमर बोलते हैं? नहीं, इनको अमर बोलते हैं, तो अमृत पान किए हैं। जब देव असुर लोग क्षीर समुद्र को मंथन किए तो अमृत निकला है। तो भगवान की मोहिनी अवतार आया है, तो देवलोक को दे दिया है, असुर को नहीं दिया, ठग दिया। Because those demons, they don't deserve to take Amrit. If they will become immortal, what will happen to this creation? Do you understand? They'll destroy. So they don't deserve. So Mohini Avatar ke distributed Amrit nectar among demigods. So we say Amar. अमर लोग, उनके जो धाम है, लोग हैं, इनको अमर लोग बोलते हैं। देव लोगों को अमर लोग बोलते हैं, अमर बोलते हैं। जैसे उनके मृत्यु नहीं है, they have no death. But that's not a fact. They have death. They have death. But their lifespan is very, very long. We cannot calculate it. It's one kalpa. We say one kalpa, one day of Brahma. That's a kalpa. You cannot calculate it. So long span. So it seems that if they have no death, so we say Amar. Do you understand me? So the lotus feet of Krishna is such a place where there is no death, because there is Amrut, nectar. Nectar is emanating from the lotus feet of Krishna. One who takes shelter at such lotus feet is free from all fears, material fears, free from all lamentations, free from death. Do you understand? Such a place. So Mahajan has said, and here in this material world, this is a temporary world, anityam, ashukham, अशाश्वतम दुखालयम. Bhagavad Gita said. Huh? Are you reading Bhagavad Gita? I think most of you. Huh? You read and take one copy. My Guru Maharaj has written it nice. Huh? You can understand. Asukam, anityam, asukam, asaswatam, dukhalayam. This material world is temporary and miserable place, filled with misery. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, doshan, darshanam. These are miseries here. Birth, death, old age, and disease. Isn't it? Birth, death, old age, and disease. These are the miseries here. Filled with misery. All are suffering from it. Beginning from Brahma to the tiny ant. All have been suffering. Nobody is accepted. Isn't it? Is there anybody accepted? So we are always in fearful situation. Yes, my body gets so old. Oh, disease is there. Isn't it? Huh? Tavadvayam dravena deha srunnimitam sakastvaha paribhava vipulasya loha tavan mameti asad apagraham artimulam javannate anghring avayam pravrunita loke. Srimad Bhagavatam says this thing. As long as you have not taken shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, which is a place of fearlessness, you have fear. Tavad bhayam. Do you understand? Tavad bhayam. You have. And fear for what? Dravina deha srunnimitam. Dravina means your materialistic possessions, material wealth, material bank balance. Do you understand? This is dravina. And fear is for that, isn't it? Because it is exhaustible. It's not inexhaustible. It's exhaustible. Hard-earned money, toiling very hard day and night like an ass. Isn't it? Like an ass to earn money. Money, money, money. Sweeter than honey, brighter than sunshine, sweeter than honey. Running after it, money, 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 money. Toiling so hard, isn't it? Day and night. Always thinking of that. Ahani aprutartha korona, nisi nisoyana. Ahani aprutartha korona, nisi nisoyana. Do you understand? Those who are always thinking of money, how to earn more money, more money, more money, much money, much money. Do you understand? Always thinking, absorbed in this thought, they cannot sleep at night. No sleep. Spending sleepless nights. Whole day time they are engaged in earning money. Then office closed, or factory closed, then evening, coming back to home, taking some food, go to bed, to sleep. But no sleep at all. Sleepless night. Because those thoughts are haunting the mind. How to earn money? Oh, that business is there. That person doesn't give. Hey, took money. How? Like this, so many thoughts coming and haunting the mind. So there is no sleep at all. Ahanya prutartha karuna nisi nisoyana. Nana manartha dhiya khuno bhogno nidra. So many thoughts are coming to the mind of materialistic person. And he has accumulated much wealth, which is black money. Accumulated much black money. So many, if you have black money, you have many wealth, much wealth, you should understand you have many enemies. Many enemies. Yes. Your so-called Keith and Keen are also your enemies. Hey, इनका बहुत धन है, इनको मार देंगे धन ले जाएंगे ना. So many enemies are there. Even your brother is enemy, your son is also enemy. Hey, बुड्ढा का बहुत धन है, नहीं देता है, तो मार देना चाहिए और धन ले लेंगे हम. बूढ़ा ही को मर जाएगा ही, तो नहीं मरता है तो मार दो ना. ऐसी बात है ना. Yes, your son turns into enemy. Your Relatives turn into enemy. Yes. And you are afraid of that. And government persons are there. Huh? Tax, tax fund नहीं देता है. Huh? Cheating. घेराव करो. Go. There's residence. So that thought is coming. How can one sleep? And he has kept Alsatian dog to guard the money, to guard the wealth. Nana manartha diya khunu bhognu nidra. By chance, some little sleep is there. The dog back. Baba, hey, dog has come. Hey. Chor aaya re baba, chor aaya. So, नींद कहाँ है? What sort of life it is? What sort of life? No sleep at all. Nana manartha diya khenu bhognu nidra. दैव हतार्थ रचना ऋषयो विदेवा दुष्मत प्रसंग विमुखा यह संसरन्ति, making many plans, many projects, isn't it? Many plans, many projects. How to earn much money, more money. But ultimate sanction authority is Daiva, is Supreme Lord, isn't it? The ultimate sanctioning authority. He says that thing in Bhagavad Gita. Anumanta, Upadrashta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. I am Anumanta. I am the sanctioning authority. Unless he sanctions, nothing can take place. Unless he sanctions, even a blade of grass will not shake. Isn't it? घास नहीं हिलेगा. घास नहीं हिलेगा. Unless he sanctions, even a blade of grass will not shake. What to speak of anything? He is the ultimate sanctioning authority. So you sustain loss in your business. All your project fail. Oh, क्या हुआ रे बाबा? Project fail हो गया रे. व्यवसाय क्षति हो गया रे. So much shock. Blood pressure is there. I'll die. What happened? You see? Always in fearful situations, such anxiety. What is this life? Is there any happiness? Tavad bhayam dravina. It is Dravina bolte. For this wealth, material wealth, deha, and fear for this body. Yes, body becomes old. Body becomes diseased and die. Yes, Dravina, they are thrown. Those who are related to the body, for them. Your wife, your son, your daughter, your relatives. Oh, मेरी भार्या का क्या होगा? ये मर जाएगी. ऐसा ना? What happens to my wife? Oh, she'll die. What happens to my son? What happens to my daughter? Always thinking, Sunnimitam is also fear. Tavad bhayam dravina deha sunnimitam. Sukostvaha paribhava vipulasa. So much lamentation, so much greed. Asamavagraharti moolam. And you should understand, all these things, these are related to this body. As long as this body is there, they are there. This body is finished, that all relationship is finished, isn't it? And everything, all arrangement here in this material world is temporary. Adyantavanta. Adyantavanta. It has its beginning and end. Because this material platform is temporary. Asaswatam dukkhalayam. Filled with miseries. No happiness is here. It's such a platform. And we are attached to it. So how can you get real happiness and peace? No question at all. Which is eternal. You understand my language? Which is eternal, not temporary. That is peaceful. That is full of pleasure. Krishna is eternal. Sachidananda Vigraha. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha. Parameshwara, Supreme Ishvara is Krishna. He is Sat, Sanamaya, Shinamaya, Anandamaya. Full of eternality, full of knowledge, full of blissfulness. Do you understand? That is Krishna. And it's lotus feet. It's like that. We If we are not taken shelter at his lotus feet, in other words, if we are not attached to Krishna, how can we get blissfulness? How can we get knowledge? Transcendental knowledge? How can we be in eternity? No question at all. Do you understand? So, we are attached just to the opposite. Do you understand? Which is temporary, which is full of ignorance, which is full of miseries, dukkha. Therefore is the question of Shanti. What is the question of blissfulness? Shanti कहाँ है? आनंद कहाँ है? ये बात है ना, समझ लेना. So महाजन ये बोलते हैं, भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर महाजन बोलते हैं. And this is all anitya, this is all temporary, not eternal, and we are attached. Therefore we are put. तावद वयम द्रवीण देह सुनिमितम सुखस्पृहा परिभव विपुलस्वलोभ तावन ममेति असद अवग्रह. We are saying mameti, I and mine. अतः गृह क्षेत्र सुताप्त बीते जनस्य मोहयं अहम ममेति. Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto says, अतः गृह क्षेत्र सुत आप्त बीत janasya mohoyam aham mamiti. This house is mine. Kshetra, this landed property is mine. Suta, the son is mine, daughter is mine, wife is mine. Apto, these relatives, family members are mine. Bito, this material wealth, my bank balance is mine. All mine, isn't it? I and mine. This is, say, moha, delusion. Do you understand? This is delusion. This is moha. In actuality, everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna is the only proprietor. One who has property is proprietor, isn't it? So, have you any property? You are Mr. Desai? Have you any property, Mr. Desai? देखो भाई, really, actually, you have no property at all. You are the property of Krishna, isn't it? Do you think you are your property? Huh? This is ignorance and this is delusion. This is delusion. Do you understand? Sadhu Mahajan, ये बोलते हैं. हाँ? शास्त्र ये बोलते हैं. Shastra says this thing, Sadhu Mahajan says this thing. Huh? Everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna is the only proprietor and sole proprietor. Ang sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartati iti matva bhasanti mang buddha bhava samannita. Huh? What Krishna says, you should understand. Ang sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartati iti matva bhasanti mang buddha bhava samannita. I am the source of all emanations. Everything has come out from me. So whatever you see here, it all belongs to Krishna. So, it's all Krishna's property. So Krishna is the only proprietor. But you, Mr. Desai, is unproprietor. Huh? ये कृष्ण की जो संपत्ति है ना, इनको छीन लेना चाहते हैं. तो कैसे? हाँ? तो कैसे आपको शांति मिलेगी और सुख आनंद ही मिलेगा? ये बोलो, बता तो. हाँ? This is criminal mentality. Huh? This criminal mentality is committing crime, isn't it? And those are criminals, they are put into the prison house. So why prisoner gets happiness and peace? No, prisoner cannot get happiness and peace. Rather, for severe punishment is inflicted on him, isn't it? And we have become criminals because we try to take away Krishna's property and enjoy it. That is why we have been suffering here. And we are put in this material world. It's called a prison house created by Maya. Do you understand? It's created by Maya. So Maya is putting lashes on us. Lashes. More severe lashes. Do you understand? Maya is the warden of the jail, prison house. Danda, that's danda. Do you understand? So Mahajana comes and he says, everything belongs to Krishna. You belong to Krishna. Jiver Swarupa Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. That is your real identity. You are eternal servant of Krishna. Do you understand, Mr. Desai? Huh? Don't be angry with me. I am not your enemy. Please excuse me. Do you understand? Huh? Everything belongs to Krishna. Krishna is the only proprietor. And you belong to Krishna. Krishna is your eternal master and you are his eternal servant. Everybody of jivas. Do you understand? Do you think this body belongs to you? Have you any control over this body? Proprietorship over this body? Huh? Huh? If you have any control over body, if you think you have proprietor of this body, how can you keep up this body? Why the body dies? Do you understand me? No, everything belongs to Krishna. Do you understand? That's a fact. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur here says, আমার বলিতে প্রভু আর কিছু নাই, তুমি আমার মাত্র পিতা বন্ধু ভাই. Oh Lord, there is nothing I can say belongs to me. No. Everything belongs to you. তুমি আমার মাত্র পিতা বন্ধু ভাই. Oh Lord, you are my father. You are my friend. You are my brother. You are everything to me. Isn't it? That's a fact. That's a fact. বন্ধু দ্বারা সুত সুতা তব দাসী দাস, সেই তো সম্বন্ধে সবে আমর প্রয়াস. Whatever I say, my bandhu, my friend, my wife, my son, my daughter, all are your servants and maid servants. You understand? Das, dasi. Sei to samande sobe amar proya. This is one relationship. As I quoted that verse. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartati iti matva vasanti mang buddha bhava samannita. Krishna says, I am the source of all emanations. Everything has come out from me. His creator, whole creation has come out from him. So, we are his eternal part and parcel. Mami Bansa Jiva Loki Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita says, Jiva, we are Jiva. Eternally is part and parcel. So, we have this one relationship. That is relationship with Lord Krishna. Is only one relationship, no other relationship. Do you understand? But we have forgotten this thing. And we have established here one material relationship, that is bodily relationship. Do you understand? Isn't it? Bodily relationship. Those who are related to this body. I quoted that verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Savada bhayam dravina deha srun nimitam. That srun, those are related to this body. Isn't it? Wife is related to the body, son is related to this body, daughter is related to this body, friend is related to this body. As soon as the body is finished, the relation is finished. Isn't it? No more. But we as soul, Atma, is related eternally to Supreme Lord Krishna. It never breaks. Do you understand? Because it is eternal relationship. Body is temporary, but soul is not temporary. Do you understand? Soul is the part and parcel of Supreme Soul of Krishna, is Sajidananda. So, soul of Jiva are also Sajidananda, isn't it? Sat Chit Anandamaya, full of eternality, full of knowledge, and full of blissfulness. But we are suffering here. Where is bliss? आनंद कहाँ है? सुख कहाँ है? क्यों? क्यों ऐसे होता है? Why such thing takes place? Why are you suffering? One should inquire about it. This is known as Tattva Jigyasa. Do you understand? Who am I? What is my real identity? Why have I been suffering here? Have I come here to suffer? Isn't it? This is the inquiry. One should inquire about it. But how many are inquiring? Nobody is inquiring. Isn't it? Nobody is inquiring. But Mahajana says you have to inquire. Shastra says, Bhagavad says you have to inquire. Jiva satata jignasa, nartha jasya karma bhi. All your activities should center around this inquiry. Do you understand? when you have gotten human form of body. This human form of body is rarely achieved body. Durlabham manusam janamam. Do you understand? Durlabham manusam janamam. Mr. Desai, understand? Durlabham manusam janamam. The manus janama, human birth is durlabha, rarely achieved. After undergoing lots of species, aquatic species, bird species, beast, animal species, worm species, insect species, tree, sthavar, 80 lakhs of species. You understand? After undergoing, you have been given this rarely achieved human birth. Do you understand? And you should inquire, what is the purpose of my birth? Why have I been given such rarely achieved birth? Do you understand? Have I come here to suffer yet? Do you understand? Suffer here? Who am I? What's my real relationship? Who is Lord? What is my relationship with Him? Why have I been suffering? This is inquiry. Do you understand? Jivasa tattva jigyasa. Bhagavata says, the human being who doesn't do this inquiry is as good as an animal. An animal cannot do such inquiry. You understand? A dog cannot do, a cat cannot do, a hawk cannot do such inquiry. But you should do. You have to do. Do you follow my language? Huh, Ashish? You have to do. Because you're a human being. Your consciousness is better consciousness, superior consciousness. And this inquiry, sattva jigyasa. Therefore, Vedic literature is there. Sadhu is there. Acharya is there. Guru is there. They are there to answer your inquiries. You understand? So, Mahajanaji, Nagata Sapanta. Straight, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, this is only one relationship. The relationship with Lord Krishna. No other relationship. Saita samande samandha. You are related to Krishna. Your wife is related to Krishna. Your son is related to Krishna. Your daughter is related to Krishna. Your friend is related to, your brother is related to Krishna. Whatever you have posed is all related to Krishna. Isn't it? One relation. And you have to establish that relationship. But we have not established that relationship. We have established a temporary relationship, material relationship, bodily relationship. Therefore we have been suffering. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Dhana jana gruhadwar tumara bolya, raksha kari ami matra shiva kohiya. Now question of I and mine. The dhana jana gruhadwar. The wealth, all my family members, home, material wealth, whatever there, oh Lord, all belongs to you. All belongs to you. I am just protecting it. This is your property. Raksha kariyami matra seva. I being your servant, I am just protecting it for your service. Do you understand me? For your service. We get a nice example, they understand, there in Ramayana. You understand? In Ramayana, Lord Ram went to forest. You understand? For 14 years to keep up his father's promise, his very an ideal son. You understand? It's Lord Ram. Bharat, his brother. You understand? He used to be king. You understand? So Bharat, when Bharat's mother, Kaikeyi, made this politics, then within the night everything changed. Because just in the next morning Rama was going to sit on the throne, but it changed everything during that night. Ram will go to forest for 14 years. And Dasratha couldn't but give assent. And Dasratha also died when Ram left, isn't it? At that time, Bharat was not there. He was in his maternal uncle's house. So Bharat was called for. Bharat came and could understand everything. It is my mother's politics. So he said, no, I am not king. Ram is king. Ram is the king of Ajodhya. This throne belongs to him. Only he can sit. I can sit it. I am his servant. How can I sit? I a servant can sit on the master's seat. Huh? Can a servant sit on the master's seat? So master is only Krishna. Do you understand? I am his servant. So I cannot see it. So he went to the forest, nearby forest where Ram was staying, and requested, please come back, please come back. Because the throne belongs to you. You are king. I am not king. I am your servant. I am your servant. I cannot sit. But Lord Ram said, no, Bharat, that's not good. Gurujaner आदेश निर्विचारे ग्रहणीय. Do you follow my language? गुरुजन लोग जो बोलते हैं ना, उनमें कोई विचार मत जोड़ना है. ये तुम्हारे लिए अच्छा ये, हमारे लिए ही अच्छा ये. समझते हो? But the superior say, Guru say, don't add any deliberation to it. Just accept it. It is beneficial to you, beneficial to me. I want to go. Then he said, all right, but I am not the king. I can't sit. I'm a servant. So he got his cutout, isn't it? Wooden sandal, put it on the head, brought it and put it on the throne, declared Ram is king. I am not king, Ram is king, and I am his servant in his absence. And as a representative of Ram, his cutout is there on the throne. As I am a servant, on his behalf, I am just managing. I am just managing the royal affairs. He did it. This is bright example that he says. Dhana jana grihadwar tomar bolya raksha kori ami matro seva koya. O Lord Krishna, everything belongs to you. This house belongs to you. This property belongs to you. Family members belongs to you. Do you understand? उनके फैमिली है ना, कृष्ण की फैमिली है ना देसाई जी, ना आपके फैमिली है. क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ, एग्री. मत बोलना कि हमारा फैमिली है, तो कृष्ण की फैमिली है. ये तो अच्छा ही है ना. हाँ, हमारे बोलने से ही दुख ही होगा और शांति ही मिलेगी. समझते हो? ये महाजन बोलते हैं, शास्त्र ही बोलता है ना. हाँ, शास्त्र से साधु से actually everything belongs to Krishna, but we ignorant. Out of ignorance we say our. Therefore we suffer. Nothing else. Huh? I am not the master. Master is Krishna. Where is he? Oh, he is sitting there in the throne, isn't it? It's true. You should have your deity. Your householder should have that deity. Yes. Do you understand? That's it. They say, हमारा deity है ना. Huh? Somebody comes, so Mr. Desai, that this house belongs. No, bhai. हमारे घर नहीं. No, this house doesn't belong. Oh, belongs to whom? It belongs to Krishna. Come, I'll show you. The master is sitting there. Isn't it? Yes, he's sitting there. This house. Who are you? I am his servant. Yes, I am his servant. Do you understand? My master has ordered me to take care of his property, manage the affairs. I am just managing. Huh? Isn't it? Is there any difficulty? बताइए, क्या कुछ कष्ट ही है ना? हाँ? It's very easy thing. Huh? Why saying mine, mine? Is moha, janasya mohayam, aham mameti, I am mine, this delusion. Out of this delusion, we have been suffering. That's Raksha kari matra seva koya, Lord. I'm just taking care of your property and being your servant. According to your instruction order. Best. That Bharat did. Isn't it? That Bharat did. Isn't it? This is bright example. ভালো মন্দ নাহি জানি সেবা মাত্র করি তোমার সংসারে আমি বিষয় প্রয়োগ. I don't know, oh Lord, whether I am doing good or bad. I don't know. I am only serving you. Only serving. As you have given me instruction, I am only serving. I don't know whether I am doing good or bad. No thought. Do you understand? তোমার ইচ্ছায় বড় ইন্দ্রিয় চালনা শ্রবণ দর্শন ঘ্রাণ ফলন. I am just utilizing my senses according to your will, as it pleases you. Do you understand? As it pleases you. I see, the eye will see. What will see? See the beautiful form of the Lord. The eye should be engaged in the service of the Lord, seeing the beautiful form of the Lord. Darsana, Shravan, ear will hear. क्या सुनेगा? करना क्या सुनेगा? कृष्ण की कथा सुनो बाबा। हाँ, क्या बोलते हैं देसाई जी? हाँ, कृष्ण की कथा सुनो। हाँ, यार, नेक्टारियन कृष्ण कथा, so nectar, so sweet. Why hearing such politics, such nasty things? This is why you have been suffering. You understand? This is the proper utilization of the ear. Every senses Hrusikena, Hrusikesa, Sevanam Bhakti Uchyate. To solve that Hrusikesa, Hrusika means senses. With the master of senses is Hrusikesa, one of the name of Krishna. One of the names of Krishna is Hrusikesa. To serve Hrusikesa through your senses is bhakti. You are a bhakta. Bhakta means servant, servitor. Do you understand? And he's the master. And you should serve him through your senses. Through your eyes, through your nose, through your mouth, through your ear, through your hands, through your legs, whole body. That is bhakti. We are not doing so. Therefore we have been suffering. Do you understand? This is the reason. निज सुख लागे किछु नहीं करियार भक्ति विनोद बोले तब सुख सार. Bhakti Vinod Thakur Mahajan said, "Oh Lord, I won't do anything for my pleasure, for my enjoyment. I'll do everything for your pleasure and enjoyment." Then you will really get. They'll constantly attach to Sasidananda Vigraha. Then you will really get happiness, pleasure, and blissfulness. Otherwise, you are trying your best in many ways to get happiness, pleasure, and peace, but you are not getting. Are you getting? Be frank. No, not at least available here. How can one get here? The answer is not available. That water is not available in desert. How can get it? Only you see the mirage that looks like water is not water at all. Similarly, it's Dukkhaya, it's full of miseries. No sukha, no happiness is here. That looks like pleasure, happiness. It is material pleasure, happiness, which consequence is dukkha jonaya, unlimited miseries. Is it happiness? No, not at all. It's only happiness, only blissfulness is there. With Krishna, you touch it. If we cannot touch ourselves constantly in this way, we will get really happiness and blissfulness. That Mahajan says. I think, I also hope so. I also pray for you to Krishna. May you have all get his blessings and get bhakti and get real pleasure and happiness. Thank you very much.
Now we're going to have arguing.
Yes.
Anybody wanted to ask any questions?
Any question? Yes.
Maybe one or two questions. Okay.
Yes.
Or you were saying that there must be love for God.
Yes.
That's of course the basic. But for love to develop, there has to be reciprocation.
Yes.
You must love and God must love. I mean, for just a material example,
Mm.
if an employee does something for his boss and the boss does not appreciate or there's no show of appreciation, the employee will get frustrated.
Yes.
That where's the love being shown back? So in the neophyte stage or a devotee, where can the neophyte experience the exchange of love? Where's the reciprocation of love from God?
You should first accept what Mahajan says. Only object of love is Krishna. Krishna is Pritir Vastu. Understand? Only object of love is Krishna. And only relationship is Krishna. And that relationship is a loving relationship. Nothing. Not other relationship. Do you understand? That verse Gita says, Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravarta iti matta bhajante mang buddha bhava samanita. Buddha means Pandit. Pandit log, learned person. Those who know this thing, they do my bhajan with this mood, bhav. What mood? Mood of pleasure, love. Pritir bhajan hai. You understand? There is no love, there is no bhajan at all. Isn't it? Wicked mind is very wicked. Dushta mana hai. हाँ? ये मन क्या चिंता करता है? जिसको मन अच्छा बसता है, भल whom you like, the mind thinks. You like your wife, you like your son, you like your daughter, the mind thinks of your son. हाँ? सुतमित रमणीर चिंता, कृष्ण की चिंता है ना? हाँ? You are thinking of your wife, your son and daughter because you like them. And mind thinks of that thing. If you develop love for Krishna, then mind will think of. Gita says, manmana bhava. Huh? Mad bhava, mad bhakta, mad jaji, mang namaskur, mang vesasi. Think of me. Put me in your mind. Drive out all other thoughts from your mind. Krishna says. How can you put Krishna in your mind? How the stupid mind will keep Krishna, think of Krishna? Unless you develop love for Krishna. Understand? Do you understand? Huh? This is loving relations and is the object of love. But in neophyte stage, you cannot understand it. Neophyte stage, you have just accept the authority. As for example, this small child, 5-year child or 6-year child goes to the primary school, isn't it? The teacher is there, which is bona fide teacher appointed by government, he has certificate. So he teaches. He says 2 and 2 is equal to 4. The simple child says, yes, 2 and 2 is equal to 4. He never says anything. Why it will be 4? Why not be 4, 5 or 3 or anything else? Never puts anything. Just accepts. Just 2 and 2, 4. If you ask that child, all right, Baba, tell me, 2 and 2 is equal to what? 2 and 2 is equal to 4. How do you know? My teacher has said. He'll answer this. Isn't it? He'll give this answer. My teacher has said. I have accepted the teacher. Then he makes advancement, gets class promotion, goes to the higher mathematics class. When it is explained why 2 and 2 is equal to 4, not anything else, not in the beginning stage. Do you follow me? This is process like that. In neophyte stage, you cannot understand this thing. Only accept Mahajan, authority. Yes. And make advancement. If you make advancement, goes to the highest stage. Do you understand? We say Bhav Bhakti or Prem Bhakti stage. There are 3 stages. This is great philosophy. I'm not going to tell all these things, just tell you because you put such question. Do you understand? 3 stages of bhakti. First is Vaidhi or Sadhan Bhakti. That is for neophytes. Then comes Bhava. When Bhav matures, then comes Prema. Last stage. Then you can reciprocate. Not in neophyte stage, but under the authority, bona fide authority, Guru, you should make advancement. All right? Understood? Yes. Yes?
99.99% people,
Yes.
they have to go to Krishna
Mm.
and give up everything.
Mm.
And they're completely.
Yes. Because everything belongs to Krishna. Ah.
And then Krishna will accept him because he nivrutti, he has no desires.
No.
But in this world,
Mm.
most of the people
Mm.
are more attracted
Mm.
towards like a Sai Baba.
Mm.
He takes you, gives you, amrita, or, you are receiving, taking, or giving more money. And a lot of people attract to that kind of, that kind of God.
Yes.
Why is that?
Some, you see, yes.
This is the topic we are discussing today.
Yes, because Sai Baba is a great yogi. He's showing you some yogic mesmerism and mystic yoga. And you are allured, attracted, enchanted. You are not really enchanted, really attracted to all beautiful Krishna. Do you understand? That is Peter's yogi says like this. Do you understand? Mesmerism. And we are so fools, we are attracted to it. And we have been cheated. Do you understand? Why will be cheated? The sadhu says, I say, who is the real Mahajan, the real sadhu, completely surrendered. He never says, I am God. He says, I am servant of the Lord. Sai Baba says, I am God. When he says God, my Guru Maharaj says, number 1 rascal. He should have beaten with shoes. My Guru Maharaj says. He should have beaten with shoes. उनको पीटा जोता में मार लात लगाओ उनको. Krishna Shastra says, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Bhagavan, Veda says. Nobody is Bhagavan, is absolute truth. One without second. Huh? How many Bhagavans? So many Bhagavans. This cheating business, nothing else. Do you understand? Yes, therefore, I say, Mahajanajana, who is real sadhu, who is real Madhu, what he says, what Shastra says. One who is intelligent, he accepts it. He will not be cheated. Not intelligent, less intelligent, he will accept this thing. Such pseudo Bhagavans, cheater Bhagavans, many Bhagavans are there. Yes. Yes.
Krishna is the proprietor of everything,
Yes.
but to manage affairs in the material world, that Manu Samhita says something about that you should not encroach someone else's property, or that you are allowed to consider something as your property.
Everything belongs to Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna is only proprietor.
Yes. Krishna is the only proprietor.
Yes.
You have something which you can say that it's mine. It's of course Krishna's, but you are the representative of Krishna.
Because here people say this is my property, you say this is your property. Huh? And this is moral, ethics. Do you understand me? Ethics, moral principles. And Chanakya Pandit was, Chanakya Pandit, you know, is moralist. He is given some moral, ethics. He said, Paradravya Sulostravat, isn't it? Think the Paradravya, others' property, as a payable. Do you understand? And Manusamhita says, this is ethical, is ethics, moral. But we speak the real philosophy. Do you understand? If we take this lesson, everything belongs to Krishna. I belong to Krishna. Nothing mine. Amar boliche kichu na. This belongs to Krishna. This belongs. I belongs to the body, belongs to the whole world, belongs to all. Whatever you see, all belongs to Krishna. That's एक सुनो, एक कहानी सुना. I'll tell you a story. It's a real story. You might have heard a great writer was there in Russia, Leo Tolstoy. You understand? Leo Tolstoy. He has written a nice story. Some boys were playing. They found something which looked like a hen's egg. Big hen's egg. Do you understand? But it's not really, it was not hen's egg. It looked like that. They got it. Some older person was going that way. He saw it, and some boys are looking at it, and then he got it. What is that? Now we found. And that is the law of that country. If something wonderful, extraordinary, do you understand, uncommon is found, that should be given to king. So that thing was taken to king and given it to king. King couldn't understand what is this. So king has many pundits. So he asked his pundits, please tell me, what is this thing? I give you 7 days time. You tell me, what is this thing? The pundits took that thing. They opened their shastra. You understand? Couldn't find anything. Such mention is not there. But on the 7th day, heads will be cut off. King has said. Do you understand? So they were in anxiety. What should I say? So it was put in the, like this window. And, one hen came and put its beak, and some portion was taken off. Do you understand? Then it was found out, oh, it's a grain. Do you understand? This is wheat, grain. So big, like hen's egg. So they went to the king's court and said, okay, it is a grain. The wheat, oh, so big, wheat. When and what plot of land it was produced? Tell me. Then says, please tell me, within 7 days, when, at what time, and what piece of land it was produced, such big grain, wheat. They said, oh king, please excuse us. Only the farmers can say, we pundits cannot say this thing. It's better on your part please find out the most oldest farmer in your kingdom, and he may say. Do you understand? He may say. So, messengers were sent, Duta, do you understand? Find out the oldest farmer in our kingdom. So some person was found out. Very, very old, 80, 90 years old. Couldn't see, couldn't hear. This skin is all, what do you say, loose. Do you understand? His hip is bent, can't walk with much difficulty, walking through two crosses, two persons holding. Such a person was brought in. Do you understand? So king told him that, please say, in your time, are you producing this type of grain? He just told, no, king, not in our time. We are not producing. My father may tell it. Oh. He said, oh, you have your father? Oh, yes, I have my father. Where is he? Oh, he lives in such place. Then his father was brought in. Do you understand? His father was something better, stronger than his son. He walks with one cross. Do you understand? One cross. And his eyesight, some eyesight is there. Some hearing is there. Not so bad as his son. Then the king told him, yes, please tell, during your time were you producing this type of grain? He said, no, king, we are not producing such type of grain in our time. My father may say, Acha, your father is there? Yes, my father is there. Where is he? He lives there, something. Then his father was brought in. He was very strong, stout, straight, walking, no crutches. Hears very nice, sees very clearly. He came in. Then he saw, yes, in our time we are producing this sort of grain. Then king said, please show me the plot of land in which you are producing. Oh, king, in our time there is no individual possession. Everything belongs to the Lord. We can say this plot belongs to me. He said like this. Do you understand? There is no individual possession. Everything belongs to Krishna. The land belongs to Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Though we are farmers, those are farmers, according to his capacity, he is plowing, he is cultivating land, producing grain, gives to the society. Do you understand me? Then he is so strong and stout, and grain is so great grain. But we are not following God's law. Saying, mine, mine, committing crime. So how can I get it? This is a story. Do you understand me? Thank you. All right, let the Arati give them nice prasad, feed them, be happy. Thank you very much.